So our real only way of finding out about bugs on the site is when customers contacted us. They would say, hey, I can't check out. Without Noibu and its session replay and actually pinpointing the specific parts of the code that could be causing issues, it was just a shot in the dark. It was our word against theirs, so we needed Noibu to kind of validate the fact that we were not insane. So we had a ton of tech debt. Noibu was able to at least tell us, if I solve this bug, I could potentially save this much revenue or loss. And it let us prioritize all of the issues. We immediately started seeing 20% growth rate again. When we switched over to Shopify, we saw another 12% growth. So we know it was that tech debt, and solving those bugs really had helped us grow tremendously over the years. Because of Noibu, we've only had 6 bugs. We've only had to address 6 bugs. Now, since we didn't have bugs, we wanted to look at the other kinds of features that you have. So page speed was great. When we look at our top pages, we go, wow, we can shave a second or two off this load time, which was monumental for us. But once we kind of figured that out, we were looking at, okay, we have a lot of traffic, but our conversion rate doesn't really match what we would like it to be, and we're sub-industry standards, right? So what can we use that Noibu has, which ended up being, where are they falling off in the funnel? And looking at that kind of granularly, we're able to now surgically change product pages, right? That maybe will be a handful of product pages that are changed, but will affect 80% of the products. The aggregated heat map was probably the most powerful thing for us. When we were able to see what they're clicking on, we were able to increase our average order value by another almost 11%. It was a no-brainer. It was exactly what we needed. We looked at the ROI and we figured, look, if we could just convert 10 more customers a month, it will pay for itself. If it's a competitor, I would say no. But I would say it is absolutely. If you're investing heavily in AdWords or any type of SEO, and you're already spending all this time building your site, don't you want to make sure it's performing as to the pinnacle of its ability? That's what Noibu offers. If the answer is there's no bugs, great, you just validated that and you figured that out. And as soon as you make a change, just because there's no bugs today, doesn't mean there's not going to be bugs tomorrow. And so this gets you an opportunity to continuously deliver great ROI, great ROAS. Your customers are happier because they're checking out faster, there's less friction, everybody wins.